Hey guys, how you doing out there? This is actually a tutorial video on how to show you guys how to change the oil. I have a 2016 Toyota Corolla LE and it is due to have its oil change. Now, I will make this disclaimer first and foremost. The manual says that you should change your oil on your Toyota Corolla every 10,000 miles. Me personally, I think that's a crock of crap. And I change my oil every 5,000 miles, and the sun is like all in the car right now, because of where I'm parked at. But I change the oil on my Toyota Corolla every 5,000 miles. I think you should change it, to keep fresh oil going into your vehicle. A lot of times when they make these manuals, they say they're made for the best longevity of the motor and the transmission. Not necessarily, guys, because this is in a tested place and it's not dealing with real world conditions. This particular vehicle, I drive this daily for business, for doing ride share, and so I'm putting about 200 to 300 miles a day when I drive on this vehicle. Now, it's not stop and go, it is on the highway, but still that oil is being used. So I'm doing oil changes every month and a half on this car, to be honest with you. So I'm going to change the oil because I want to get the most life I can out of this motor. So 5,000 miles, which is the normal standard for oil anyway. So that's what I'm doing. So anyhow, guys, make sure you lock in and listen to what I have to show you and listen to what I have to say, so you can learn how to change your oil in your Toyota Camry. This is for anything from, I think it's 2013 up to 2019. That this motor is in the cars. But at any rate, guys, it's gonna be a good video. You're gonna learn a lot, and you can save yourself some money, so you have to go to the dealership and pay them ridiculous amounts of money. So anyhow, guys, I'm gonna be right back to you. Let me go ahead and get in this motor and let's make it do what it do, baby. All right, guys, we're back and we're actually under the engine bay right now. So what we're gonna do, first things first, is we'll go ahead and pull out the dipstick, which is not really necessary, but I do like, and like I said, that's 5,000 miles since the last oil change. You see how dirty and burnt that oil is? You really think I'm gonna trust Toyota's guide and say I'm gonna change this oil every 10,000 miles? Get the out of here, Anyhow, so I'm moving that out, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove my oil filler cap. And the reason why I want to do this is because when I take out the drain plug below, I want as much ventilation as possible so I can get as much of this old oil and sludge out of the motor without having to go somewhere and have it pumped out. So anyhow, guys, that's that. I'll see you guys under the undercarriage of the car in a second. All right, so here's some things that you need to perform this task. First and foremost, you're gonna definitely need you a ratchet, as you can see right here. For that particular oil drain plug on this Corolla is a 14mm socket that's going to be utilized. And for people who are really weak, or you just like to use leverage like I would use, just because it makes it a lot easier, I could pull it the other way, but why not when I'm smart? I am a human, and I know that the more leverage you have on things, the easier it is to break the bolt. So here's a old jack bar that I use to put on the end of my ratchet to make it easier to break the bolt. And the most important thing you're gonna need outside of all of that is you're gonna need a oil pan to catch that oil. You do not want this oil going all over your ground. This particular oil pan actually holds up, I think, to 14 quarts of oil. I'm sorry, there it is right there. It actually holds 16 quarts of oil. Bought this at Walmart for about 14-15 bucks, and it's awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything put together and break that bolt. And I'll actually show you where that bolt is in a second. All right, live from under the Corolla. Here we go. This is the bolt that you are looking for. It sits right here, right under the oil pan, and of course your oil filter sits right there as well, which makes it really easy. Do not get the oil pan, mixed up with the transmission fluid pan. No transmission on this. all oil on this. And that's the bolt right there, the 14mm bolt. So we'll go ahead and get this bolt off and let that oil drain into the oil pan, and I'll be back to you while I have the oil draining out. All right guys, and as you can see, here's the oil coming out. And now, like I say once again, that is oil from 5,000 miles. You see how black that oil is? Why in the hell would I listen to Toyota's manual and do this every 10,000 miles? That is nothing but dirty oil and sludge coming out of my motor. I do not want that in there for every 10,000 miles to change the oil in here for as much as I drive using this vehicle. So guys, you know, don't let these people fool you. You know, you want your vehicle to last as long as it possibly can without having to replace motors and transmissions and yada yada yada. So anyhow, that oil is coming out. And the good thing about the Toyota Corollas is they only use 3.5 quarts of oil. So as you can see, it's already coming out just that quick. You know, it's already coming out just that quick, guys. So anyhow, go ahead and let this finish draining out. And we're gonna go back to the top side and get our filter and everything together. All right, guys. All right, so now that all the oil is actually drained out into the pan, what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is put my plug back in, you know, put the drain plug back in here in the drain pan. So we'll go right here, just put it in and just tighten it up with my hand at first, and then I'll come back and tighten it up with my socket. So now that that's done, well, not done, it still has to be tightened up. You definitely don't want to have a half tightened drain plug on there, and then you run the risk of running your oil out of your car when you start driving the road. So now we have the oil filter right here, which is real simple. We're gonna just turn it, you know, you're gonna actually turn it to your to your right, because it's inverse. Normally it's righty-tighty, but since it's inverse, it's gonna turn to your right. And once we get that off, we'll replace it with a new one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. All right, so now the filter is actually off, and get it under there. Sorry for the wind, guys. It's just windy out here today. But as you can see, the oil is coming out, you know, and my old filter is sitting right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace that filter, tighten this bolt up, and I'll see you guys on the top side. All right, guys, we're back top side. Now, normally I use Mobile One, but unfortunately my Walmart that's close to me didn't have any Mobile One in the oil weight that I needed, so I am using Quaker State, which is 0W20, which is the recommended oil for this car. So like I said, once again, guys, to give it a full amount of oil, we're going to use 3.5 quarts, which is right here, 3.5 quarts of oil to fill it back up. And of course, we're going to put it in the filler plug right here. And then of course, we're going to go ahead and put the cap back on the filler plug, and we're going to put the dipstick back in here, because we have no need for having any more venting. We need to tighten all this up. And then afterwards, I'm going to have my soon-to-be 15-year-old son wash off my motor today, because it is freaking dirty, guys. So that's basically it, guys. So make sure if this video helped you out with doing maintenance to your Toyota Corolla, so you want to go out to the dealership and pay them crazy amounts of money, make sure that you thumbs up this video, hit the subscribe button, and also click on the bell that's going to be in the bottom right corner of this video, so that you can get updates directly to your email inbox every time I put out new content, guys. Like I said, this is Desmond with tips and tricks. I hope this video finds you in great health and helps you with saving money on changing the oil in your cars. I'm out. Peace.